KShar here, and today I'm going to demonstrate one of the ancient Persian food, which is Ghormeh Sabzi. This is Ghormeh Sabzi, kufte berenji, and these are some of the Persian food that goes way back, and it's very difficult to make them. So I'm going to take my time, explain step by step, and please make a note of everything that I'm talking about. Ghormeh Sabzi takes a long time for it to simmer and cook. So I've had a lot of requests for it. That's why I'm putting it out. So hope that you can learn from it and enjoy it. I've already prepared Ghormeh Sabzi in advance. I normally cook my Ghormeh Sabzi even a day ahead of time, because when it sits for a day, it tastes better. So, but I'm going to take you through the process. But I already have the Ghormeh Sabzi ready, and I will show you the presentation. What you need, this that I'm making is enough for 6 people. It's 1.5 pounds of lean beef. I've cut it in small cubes, and you have the vegetable that we use is parsley, which I have it here, leeks or the green of onions. You have 3 bunch of parsley, 2 leeks, and you have 1 onion here that I've chopped and ready. I'm going to fry this onion, because before anything I have to fry my saute my meat. So now I'm going to chop this and show you how to do this while that is cooking. Watch your finger. I've already washed it, these are all clean. And I'm going to fry the vegetable in a separate skeleton. Here I've already have the oil in here. I'm going to put the vegetable here. And we also have shambelile, and that is fenugreek. I have 1/4 of a cup. So it's 3 bunch of parsley, 3 bunches of parsley, 1/4 cup of dry fenugreek or shambelile, and I am also mixing these. So I'm going to fry this. And I have my onion here. I'm going to fry the meat and then mix it with the vegetable. One thing that you should always remember for Ghormeh Sabzi is take your time when you're cooking Ghormeh Sabzi, and this is not one of the 1-hour meal. So I've already cooked the rice. I've already shown you how to cook the rice. So for this we have 4 cups, 2 cups of rice, which I've washed and we cooked it. So the rice is ready, the Ghormeh Sabzi, the stew is ready, but I will still take you through the process and show you how you need to make this. I'm also using about 1/2 cup of lima kidney beans. The kidney beans, you have a choice. You can either use raw kidney beans or I use can. And lime, I use about 1 teaspoon of crushed lime and 3 whole lime, and salt and pepper to your taste. So this is the whole ingredient for the Ghormeh Sabzi. And if you are a type that you don't want to spend too much time, I most of the time cook my Ghormeh Sabzi with dry vegetable. It doesn't necessarily have to be a fresh vegetable, but it's a matter of choice. And in case if you want to know how much dry, for today I would use two dried cup of parsley, and then I always use my green onions or leeks fresh, because that's easy to cut and just mix it with your dry vegetable. But what you need to do if you're using dry vegetable, you need to soak them in water for an hour or so. Then you take it out of the water, make sure there is no water in it, and then you fry it. How much do we need to fry the vegetable? How much oil do we need to put in the vegetable? These are all a matter of choice. I like my vegetable to be on the darker side. I don't like my Ghormeh Sabzi to be mostly like a regular meat and stew. I want it to be fried. I want it to be on the darker side, so I do fry it intensely and till it's done. I use a little bit more oil in here, but for the rest of the stew I don't use that much oil to compensate for the amount of oil that I use to fry my vegetable. So I need to use a turmeric for the onions, and I also use saffron. After the whole stew is done, when I let it cook, I add some more saffron and let it cook. Turmeric is a matter of choice how much you need to use, but I use about 1.5 spoonful of turmeric. This is very important when you fry the onions, to make sure that your onions are cooked properly, because this is a dark stew, and if your onions are white and haven't fried properly, it would show in your stew. And doesn't, a good chef always looks, when I tell you to pay attention to details, these are the details. So for the darker stew, you make sure that your onion is fried over golden color, maybe to a light brownish color, so it won't stand out when you dish the stew. On my lime, what you need to do, you need to make a hole in your lime, one on each side, so the juice could go through the lime. Don't crush it, don't make too much, because you want the lime to be a whole when you dish your stew. Now I can smell the vegetable. It's just, you can smell the Ghormeh Sabzi already. And I cannot turn on the fan otherwise, because of the noise. So we will have the smell of Ghormeh Sabzi in this house for a couple of days. So for those friends who were waiting for Ghormeh Sabzi, I hope that you get to use the recipe. Please email me and let me know what you think, if you like it or not. And one thing that I would like to let you know, that there is no written, the recipes are not written on the stone. Each person has different recipes. And I'm not here to say my recipe is better than other ones. I've got my own recipe. You've got, somebody else has a different way of cooking Ghormeh Sabzi. You just have to taste and see which one you like better. Okay, see, my onion is getting brown, and since I'm going to also saute the meat in the onion, in a couple more minutes I would put the meat in here. It's getting ready. One thing that I forgot to mention to you, that's also a matter of choice. I put about half a bunch of spinach in my Ghormeh Sabzi, and that is my secret. So I'm sharing that with you. If you want your Ghormeh Sabzi to be really tasteful and mixed and blend together, just add a little bit of spinach in it. I've already cut the spinach, and the spinach is already in here. So, and the onion is ready, so I'm going to put the meat in here. The size of the meat, that's also a matter of preference, how you want to, how big or small you want your meat to be. Okay, and my vegetable is also ready. I'm going to turn this off. Now I need to put some water into this. I'm going to add my crushed lemon. Salt, pepper. Now, the question is here that how much water? Okay, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to give you, this is about 1 cup of water, a little bit more. Okay, I add one more. So here I've got about 2 cups of water. I'm going to add my lime. I'm going to add my beans. I'm going to sit back and enjoy my favorite TV show or read my favorite book and let this simmer. Thank you very much. We'll come back and I'll show you the presentation.